Okay, let's see if this iCam is still working because it's been acting funky for the past few hours and it's pissing me off. Technology, can't live with it, can't live without it. I hope you guys are having fun. I'd like to thank all the new subscribers to my channel. In regards to your weather, I hope you're having better, well, hotter climate weather than what we're having here in New Brunswick. Moncton today, we were, let's see, -7, -9 wind chill when I left this morning. My windshield wipers were completely frozen to the windshield of my car because we had some rain the night previous. Well, at the very least, we didn't have any black ice, no accidents. But it's just getting colder and colder. But it's getting colder and colder in an acid trip kind of way because tomorrow they're saying that the maximum temperature is going to be about 3 and possibly -5 for minimum. The day after, we're going to get 14 degrees and rain. I'm sorry, but I don't think I've ever been on an elemental roller coaster such as this. Mother Nature is really, really whack in regards to everything that I'm so used to seeing since we've been growing up. Since you guys have actually, for some of you guys watching me, your climate may be even worse than mine in regards to how off whack it is. I really hope that no one listening to this was affected by the floods that happened over in Britain. That nobody's been affected by tsunamis or earthquake. Well, earthquakes, it's not really a temperature-related event. But wherever you're at, I hope that you're having fun, and I hope that you enjoy the time that you have for your good weather and kiss the ground that you walk on because it will become covered with snow if you live in the northern climes like I do here in Moncton, New Brunswick. One thing I wanted to mention, John Green actually did a vlog about Pakistan, and he talked a lot about Pakistan, and I tried to post a video response to his vid, but my iCam kept bugging out on me, so I'm doing this instead. I'm adding it in here. The Canadian government has participated in the current war efforts. I don't like using war efforts because Canada's army has never been about gung-ho destruction. Let's root out the old evil. I mean, we've done our part in the past. We've had the Battle of Passchendaele, which was buried under the history books because no politician and no government wanted to make sure that Canadians were aware of that history because they were actually having a vote on draft laws in regards to participating in wars. And the last thing that they needed was that they needed negative press to these events to kind of literally detonate their can of worms into shrapnel-filled icky bits flying all over the place that they wouldn't be able to control. We also participated in D-Day, where actually Canadians suffered the heaviest casualties in regards to that particular war. Overall, I'm not talking about the total overall, but if you take the percentage of Canadians that were sent versus the Americans or any other armies that participated, Canadians did suffer a higher amount of casualties in regards to deaths. That said, in regards to Pakistan, two things of note. The Canadian Engineering Corps is doing a terrific job there, and we have to recognize their efforts. And I just wanted to mention this out and give a shout out to the Canadian Engineering Corps because they have a lot of the people that train for the Engineering Corps are out of Moncton. They have other engineering corps across Canada, but we do have one big one in Moncton, and that's a plus. Second thing is that we have a Canadian citizen, or at least an immigrant that came to Canada, who's been called back by the Pakistani government for the city, and I'm trying to think of what the name of the city is, and it's not coming up to mind. But he was living in BC, and his people called him back to act as the new mayor for the actual city he's now mayor of. And apparently he's doing a terrific job, and he's not afraid of any retaliation. They've tried to assassinate him at least 3 or 4 times, and he has yet to bite the big one. So kudos for that. That and the fact that he's there and doing it. I mean, no one else can actually do that. There is one more thing I'd like to mention in regards to it that I heard on CBC Radio in regards to the war efforts that are happening. Because of these cell groups that suddenly pop up out of everywhere, the insurgents, okay, I think that's what they call them. The Canadian government the Canadian Army is going to be happy once the American Army expands and brings more resources to the fray, which, based on what they said on CBC, seems to be the case. They're going to then take our Canadian troops and put them as permanent installations in various vicinities, various townships, small towns, that are suffering from an increase in insurgencies. Along with the Pakistani police, they're going to be keeping an eye out and be there for the people. Or at least that's the plan. If it happens, that's a different game. It's entirely up in the air at this point. So, apart from that, nothing new to report. It's 23:37. I just want to say hi to everyone, including Jed, Immortal Sticky, Biggs, or not Biggs, but Bugs Me 10, and a lot of other people that actually actively participating in my life. And as much as there's negative that's given to me in regards to how often I'm called a pedophile or a pedo or pedo bear or rapist or weirdo or creep, it does bother me because everything has impact. But as the saying goes, sticks and stones will break my bones, but words will only annoy me. I get over it, but I'm starting to feel a YouTube funk. So if I disappear because I need some space from these negative comments, I'll make it quick. But I have a feeling that everyone that's been watching my vids, that vid responses, these original vlogs that I'm trying to do more often, I can't help it with the vids that I make in regards to the responses. It's just that it's a spur of the moment thing, and I find that it's much better than writing a lot of text. For those that have vid cams, I do encourage it. A lot of people don't, but what do you prefer? A video response from someone who's actually doing something that's relevant to the feature, or a lot of stuff that has no real meaning in regards to the vids? Something completely unrelated to the vid. But anyways, you guys are awesome. Thank you very much for all your love and support. That's probably the best way I can say it. And keep on with the writing and the transactions in regards to feelings and thoughts. If I find that it has no relevancy to the thread, I will spam it, or I will block the user if they become, unfortunately, too abusive. It's happened in the past, and I'm not going to rule it out in the future. Thank you very much. Have a good night, and I hope you have a good day tomorrow at work for those that need to work. And those that are watching this before they go to work, well, I hope that you actually have a nice day regardless. I'll talk to you guys probably during the week. See yous.